Cancer touches so many lives. 14,000 people who are in Texas are currently going through cancer trials. They're funded through a little-known state agency, Cancer Prevention and Research Institute of Texas.
And that program will end after this next budget cycle in 2022 unless lawmakers decide to continue it. KXAN's political reporter Phil Prazen shows us how advocates are trying to convince them to do it.
The Texas Capitol can be loud, hectic, and crowded. At this time during the legislative session, lobbyists and advocates walk the halls to push their cause. For Jackie Bush, her cause is personal. She's been fighting breast cancer since 2002, and it just came back for the fourth time.
I want to be around for a long time. I have little baby grandkids, and I want to see them grow up. But I don't want them to have to hear that they have cancer.
Tuesday, she chose to be here instead of day one for another round of chemo. She says CPRIT funded the immunotherapy research that saved her eyes when the cancer spread there.
And I still have my sight in my eye because of that. So it's very important for us to make sure that this research continues on.
Since the agency started a decade ago, 170 cancer researchers have moved to Texas, says James Gray with the American Cancer Society.
There are a lot of important issues in this building, and so we are really trying to make sure this stays a priority and competes with those other really important issues. And we know it does.
Jackie Bush hopes the money continues for the next generation.
But the grandkids you get to have fun with, and I want to have many, many years of fun with them.
That was Phil Prazen reporting. Not only do lawmakers have to reauthorize CPRIT for the next 10 years, they also have to pay for it this year. The two top budget writers are Chair of Senate Finance, Jane Nelson, and Chair of House Appropriations, John Zerwas. Both support CPRIT. The House put $600 million toward it. The Senate, more than $430 million, which is the amount remaining from what voters approved 10 years ago. Zerwas is carrying the bill to reauthorize it for another decade by taking out $3 billion in bonds. Nelson wants the legislature this session to look at how much it funds the program and how it should going forward. And here's an example of why those details matter. In 2012, an oversight committee disclosed that CPRIT had approved $11 million in grants without a proper review. The agency's grant-making powers were temporarily suspended. After that, some lawmakers pushed legislation to reduce financial assistance from the state. That legislation did not pass.